Welcome to Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in a brand new game, Lord of the Rings Online, which is one of my favorite MMOs. I have been playing this since it came out, so I have a lot of experience in it. I have a lot of items and everything, so this isn't going to be a free-to-play experience. This is going to be about someone who actually has most of the things in the game, so don't expect this to be catered to you. If you're playing a free-to-play version of it, it plays very well, but it will require some cash eventually. Just keep that in mind, but it does have a good free-to-play model that you can jump in and experience it, and you can figure out if this is something you want to play as well. But that's what it's for, is to experience, to see if you want to start paying for it. Which I highly suggest. It's a great game. I'm also, just to make it very clear, I'm going to be showcasing the lore, and this is going to be about the scenic route. I'm going to be reading a lot of text. I'm going to be immersing myself into the story, because what I love about Lord of the Rings Online is the Middle-earth experience, and it's very relaxing to me, and I love the scenery, and it's just something I just want to get immersed into. So I'm going to be cutting out some of the combat. If you're used to my other MMO videos, you're going to be used to this style of playthrough anyway, but it's just be known that while I'll show you a little bit of combat, it's not combat focused. I'll be cutting that stuff out, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it. There's a lot of very cool movies. I'm not going to cover this, and I'm not going to cover the character selection, but I am going to read a few things here. I thought I would start with a hobbit. For one thing, I have never played a hobbit. I've always played other man characters and elves and Beoring. I played all of those, but I've never played a hobbit. And since I'm going to be doing a very lore-heavy version of this, why not start with a hobbit? That's where Fellowship of the Ring starts. It starts in the Shire. Why not start it here? Which does limit our classes down to Burglar, Guardian, Hunter, Minstrel, and Warden. And another class I've never played is the Minstrel, and I hear it's pretty strong solo, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's take a look at the movies. First, we're going to do about the hobbits.
Hailing from the rolling green hills of the Shire and the rustic towns of Breland, hobbits are a simple folk, favouring food and good cheer above all else. But deep within even the meekest hobbit burns a spark of courage, waiting to be kindled.
So very cool. Which, if you've read the books or even seen the movies, then you'll know about all of this. But I do want to point out, if you're new to Lord of the Rings Online, they focus on the books. They do not have access to the content that was done by the movies. They have access to the books, which is also still controlled by Warner Brothers. So all of the stuff is very heavily tied to the books. So let's see what the Minstrel is.
The minstrel is the heart of a fellowship, a herald of hope and renewal. He uses his knowledge of ancient songs and lore to ward against the forces of darkness and bring relief to his companions.
Okay, so we can see here minstrels are known for their healing ability. They are kind of the heart of the party a lot of the times. They are the main healer. For the lore, it does have lore down here, which is not bad. I don't need to read all of that, but it does say that this class was inspired by Luthien Tivil, whose elven voice beguiled friend and foe alike. So there's always some good stuff there. Let's go ahead and continue this on. And again, I'm not going to be reading a lot of stuff, but what you can see, well, maybe you can't. Behind my portrait, it tells that there's Fallowhide, Harefoot, and Stewer, which are all in the books. So we get to choose which one of those we want. You can see the lore, the Fallowhide were lovers of trees and woodlands. The Harfoots are the most prodigious hole dwellers and were the first to cross the west into Eredor. They generally tend to be browner of skin than the other kindred, as well as smaller and shorter. And that stuff is directly out of Fellowship, so just so you know. Stewards were the last of the Hobbit kindreds and come to the Shire settling in the eastern marshlands. They become known as Marshes. They generally tend to be heavier and broader build than the others. So the one thing I'm not going to do heavy lore name, I'll be doing one of my Diz names. So let me set up this character real fast and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've built out the little hobbit here that I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do the new user tutorial, not because I need the experience on how to do things, but there is a little bit of story in here which sets up, I think, where you start off. So we're going to do that and explain a little bit as we go.
In the Shire, there is a certain unpleasant feeling lingering about. Something on the air is strange tonight. Perhaps it is only the unseasonable chill or the great darkness of this particular evening. But surely it is nothing noteworthy, for this is the Shire, and it is rare indeed for any evil to touch this land.
No evil can ever touch this land. So I'm on a reshoot, just so you know, in case I look a little different and everything else. I messed up on the sound for this part of it. So we're going to go ahead and talk to Bonder Buffin.
What's your business on the road?
I'm Bonder. Answer me at once. The hobbit is startled, but the alarm on his face melts into relief when he sees your face. Oh, thank goodness, a hobbit. I'm awfully sorry. I just had a bit of scare. Something doesn't feel right tonight. Yeah, we just read that, man. We both feel safer if you come along with me. Do you know how to fight? Oh, yeah. Open up my satchel. Loot all. Get this item.
Inside is a spare weapon. You should loot it for yourself, then equip it to use
See,
it.
I've got it there on my little side, yeah. Alright, I did it.
Be sure to equip your weapon before we have at it.
Alright, so
We
he
ought
wants
to
me to
test your
practice
skill
on
in
him,
battle.
so we're gonna fight
Try
him.
coming at me.
Alright, I'm gonna fight you. There we go. What is he carrying? What is that? It's a kind of crazy weapon. Alright, but look who's coming.
My. Did you hear something? There.
Look, it's Frodo.
Down the road.
Samwise.
Who could that be?
And Peregrine Cook. It's Pip. Very cool. So, if you didn't know, then throughout this game, we will be following the adventures of the Fellowship. So, we're going to run into everybody as we play. Now, Sam, don't be staying. I know you Milligan. Who's this? More travelers at Good Bounder. My name is Underhill, and here are my fellow travelers, Samwise Gamgee and Peregrine Took. Why, I've never seen so many hobbits out of bed on such a strange night, too. Strange, but it's a lovely night for the stroll. Hush, Pippin, what do you mean, strange? You anything odd on the road? Mercy, what is that? I think we should get off the road at once. You don't need to tell me twice. Mr. Frodo, what are you waiting for? I'm coming, Sam. So you can see we've had a different thing happen, and fear is a major part of Lord of the Rings, and it's a major part of this game. So when we meet bigger encounters, their fear will be a factor that you have to deal with. There aren't any Bagginsons in these parts, sir. Isn't that wicked looking? You little fools.
Gracious me! Did you see that?
Well, yeah, of course I saw that. Alright, so the other hobbits have ran off, and we're going to run into the Shire, I think. Alright, let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're actually down here in Greenhill Country. Here's Michael Delving and Hobbiton and all of that.
Will you clear the path?
Yeah, so there's spiders blocking our path, so we're going to go ahead and kill those. Very easily done. Okay, so I've dispatched the spiders.
Well done! Let's press on now.
Okay, let's press on. Get to it, man. Look at all the spider webs. Isn't that cool?
Blast! I just need to find the key.
Oh, man,
Ooh.
come on. Yeah, look, and there's like little people stuck up in the webs. Is that a hobbit up here? Oh, I don't know. All you the heads, will you protect me from any spiders that come along? I will indeed. Yeah, slash away. So this looks like a little ring event. Yeah, look, we got spiders coming on. Oh, right, I think some of these are actually stances. There we go. Alright, let me get the last one. I'll be right back. And just like that, it is gone.
I think we're almost safe.
Odo's farm will get us safe to the road. And from there, we can get to the nearest town, hopefully without encountering any spiders or worse. Many stories of Middle-earth would unfold before your eyes. Be sure to pay attention to these events to gain insight into your quest. Sometimes you will be momentarily halted in order to watch a very important scene in story. Ooh, what are those big things? Cows or something? Help! So we got Celadine Brandy Book. Brigands were being chased and Mundo Sackbill Vagons. What do we look like, you ninny? We are being chased by brigands. Do something about it. Yeah. Come, let's cut through the farm. We can lock them out. But there's spiders behind the door and the terrible horsemen on the road. We only just escaped. There they are. Ah, brigands. Get them. You'll be coming to Archet with us. All of you. The rider will decide your fate. Bloom.
Ouch!
Bloom. Single punches for everybody. You villains, what do you want with Mundo? Your Mr. Baggins is wanted for someone who is lending us great aid in exchange for finding him. Uh-oh. Oh, and just like that, I'm clipped. And we've woken up inside kind of jail. I guess we're at Archet now. The Blackwolds will have unimaginable power now thanks to your Baggins.
Oh!
Oh, who's that? Ah, another familiar
Hobbits
face.
seem
It's
to turn
Strider.
up in the most unlikely places, Bounder Boffin.
No, indeed, Mr. Ranger. Just me, Dizinga. Whatever my name is. That's a relief. Now come with me, both of you.
Come along. We are not safe just yet.
I can see that you have brave spirit, but it's time to flee. The Bagginses they captured is not the Baggins being hunted. The brigands will not follow us when they learn of their error, but it would be wise to be far away from here. My companion is outside helping to rescue your friends. Let us join them. I agree. Oh, what is going on here? Amdir! I guess that's who's in there. Yep, Amdir. Strider, I cannot hold him back, my friend. The door is locked. Hold fast, Amdir. Wow, that is not good, is it? Back, Wraith. Man cannot kill a Wraith. This is not the end.
Come, hobbits. It is safe now.
If you say so.
Poor Amdir.
Poor Amdir. The Black Rider is gone, but Strider's fellow ranger is grievously wounded.
This was a dire turn of events.
Stay close to me tonight. We must get Amdir to safety. It is to Archet that we must flee. Bounder Boffin, you should go back to the Shire. It bounds must be kept safe. Celadine, Mundo, come with me and worry for Mundo's safety when all wicked folk west of the Greenway are searching for Baggins. Alas, that my true charge must wait.
Wounded by a black rider, the ranger Umdir escaped with his charges into the wild, making his way back to the village of Archet.
There, Captain Brackenbrook, a retired sellsword, has allowed Strider and his companions to stay and take respite from their cares.
So very cool. All right, so we've landed in Archet, which you can see here on the map. You can't really see where it's at, so if I right-click here, you can see, oops, oh my, here's our, so it's just kind of northeast of Bree. So if you remember right, that Frodo came and he ran to Bree in the first book. So we're going to be starting up here. And you can see here's Celadine, however you spell her name, and this is where we're going to start our story. You can see Strider's over there and Amdir's over here, so it's just going to be a good start. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and then we'll pick up right where we left off in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Let me know that you want to see more of this, or leave the comments. Let me know what you think of the way I'm approaching this, and if you want to see more. It helps me out to record these more often, or I judge what I'm going to put on the channel for a given week by the likes and comments that I get. Also, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Your subscriptions mean a lot to me, and you'll get notification as long as you check the little bell of new videos as they come out. And I got MMO videos coming out almost every single day of the week. Got a ton of content on this channel, so you want to make sure that you are subscribed. So, till next time, bye.